Pull up in the gold, I'm leading.
Okay guys, hi there, how you doing? Irene back with another one. This video, as the title suggests, is going to be going through a couple of CVs because I've noticed in tech or in the software development world, some people are not as well versed in compiling CVs. So no worries, I actually dressed quite formally business like because we're actually doing something serious here. Anyway, so we're going to go through a couple of CVs. I'm going to give you my opinion, things that you should do, things that you shouldn't do, do's and don'ts and things like that. So let's just get right into the video. Alright, let's go through the first one. As you can see on my page right here, I will give my opinion straight off the bat. Let me just increase that size. Alright, so for starters, this is just the normal CV, and this is good. You can see the person's name is up there, their current position is also up there. I'll kind of get into other details with other CVs, but here they give a brief introduction to themselves, just anything that try to keep that in. Actually 3 lines is a bit too long. Try to keep things in this CV as short and as direct as possible. So with this one, I'd say if you could limit that to 2 lines, that would be excellent. But so far so good. Then you see down here you get the email, that's nice, and the icons add an extra, so that you try to minimize space as much as possible, at the same time deliver the content that you want your referrers to see, that you want the HR or whoever to see. So you see you have the location that is subjective. You could include it, you could leave it out, could kind of put you out of the listing. So with that, handle it carefully. Then LinkedIn, that's a good ad, but not necessary. Then your phone number, obviously, because that's a must, because they have to contact you. Your email address, that is so important. Then Twitter, you honestly don't have to put any social media. Most times they don't really care about that. And then expertise, that's also good. Keep it as minimal as possible. Sometimes you actually put your expertise when you describe some of this experience. You find a way to fix it in there so that it doesn't take up more space. Like that, I would definitely take that out and try to put that expertise, incorporate it in some of the descriptions of the job roles. Back to professional experience. Okay, you have your title, where you worked, period, that's important. Also pay attention to the fonts, the colors. Try to keep everything as consistent as possible. Like with this CV, the titles are in the same format, same size as well, same color. Keep that. Even the descriptions are in the same color, same format, same size, everything. So keep that as uniform as possible. You're trying to make your CV as quickly readable as possible. They say CVs are usually perused through in like 2 minutes or even a few seconds. Someone should be able to get what they want. So don't put so many different formats. Limit it to actually only one font for the whole thing, and then just play around with the sizes of the titles. For example, the descriptions can be of size 11, or if you're using like Arial, it can be size 10, but you'll also see what works for you. Then the big titles, for example, like professional experience or expertise, can be like size 12. Then you find there's many headings like general manager, Hotel Roosevelt, that can be like a slightly lesser size, which is like 11, and those can be bold, put in bold. But if you put stuff in bold, put like similar titles in bold as well. Keep it uniform. And then achievements, that's what people want to see. They want to see that what this company does, this company is blah blah blah. You're taking up space trying to describe what the company does. Try to fix it in some of your achievements. Focus on those achievements or your main responsibilities. Like for example here, the person put achievements, so you could put maybe sections: responsibilities, achievements, or you could tie the responsibilities into your achievements, things that you managed to achieve when you're there. People look at that. Keep that to 1 line, max 2 lines. Make it quick, readable. Like everything should be nice and concise. But so far this CV is looking good. and then a contact, that's a contact at the workplace, that you could live that out. Those are like references. As you see some of the CVs, references are, you should state something like references will be available upon request. Let them first contact you and let you know that they want referees. Then you let them know. Then you also let your referees know that you expect a call at this point. But this CV is okay. But let's go through the rest of them. All right, number 2. Let me enlarge number 2. Okay, this is John Smith. Now this person has like project management background. The name is bold. You see the phone number, the email. Twitter, not really. LinkedIn, you could not. You can add a quick description, make it nice, clean. You see how this is minimal and actually everything fits in a page. That would be the ideal scenario. If you could keep your CV at most 2 pages, but it's 1 or 2 pages. Never exceed 2 pages. Never, ever, ever exceed 2 pages. You will bore whoever is reading it and they'll just discard it because it's too long. All right. Always start with experience. That's also another key thing. Always start with experience because that's what people care for. Even when you're going out of college, you can put experience as maybe side projects you worked on. You could say experience/side projects. Then you list them. You have to put the years, the title, what you did, a brief description. This is a very neat CV. Then your education, don't list all your courses that you did. List the most important, maybe 2 or 3 important courses that you did, especially if you're out of college, and then put in the education section. And don't put your results. Only put like your GPAs, things like that. If you got summa cum laude, if you got 75% or 80% distinction. But if you didn't get one of those like outstanding achievements, just leave it out. It's not necessary. Maybe you can put some of the organizations you were part of. But sometimes you can put all this stuff if you're a recent graduate or you graduated a year ago or 2 years ago, when the people want to get to know you better and you don't have that many years of experience. But usually education, you can, if you've got some years under the belt, just put what you studied, the year, that's it. And then skills, this can be either put within the experience or you can put a separate section, but try to keep that minimal. Software, now you see Microsoft project, okay, this is important because if you're a project manager, they want to know what software you worked with. And a way to minimize spaces, you can try to insert what you worked in the description. So you can say, responsible for creating, improving and developing IT project strategies using software like Microsoft Project. Now there you've included it. The person can do a control find. Sometimes they do that for CVs. Control find to see, does this person have Microsoft Project or whatever software they require or they would like you to know prior. But you can put this section software, but try to find a way of fixing things in the description to minimize the space. And another key one is I keep inserting some of these interesting tidbits in the mix, but always send your CVs in PDF. Never send it in Word. Word documents can look different on different PCs or devices. If the person wants to see your CV quickly on their phone, if you've sent it as a Word document, everything could be misaligned, everything just looks and just that can take them off. You want your CV to be inviting. Like, this is such a nice clean design and just straight to the point. This is what recruiters like to see. Straight to the point, get what they need. Certification, that's also good to add. If you had some big certifications, add the year there. Then here, to show their proficiency in a certain thing, so you could add that beside the software, how good you are in it or how well versed you are. The third one, since we've given a lot of poor feedback in this past few ones, this is going to go a lot quicker. All right, personal info. So this is now another way of aligning things. You can put everything to the right, and then that's the personal info, the skills, the software. Then you leave the left for the juicy, the most important stuff which people look out for, which is your experience. That is the most important thing. Then your education as well. A couple of places care about that, and your certification. This is nice and clean. Highly recommend. And also everything fit on one page. That is excellent. Then this. Now this I wanted to actually you don't have to put your picture. You don't put your picture. Maybe in some countries you do, but a lot of African countries, even the US, don't put your picture. It first of all takes up more space. You want to like limit your stuff, and the picture is honestly not necessary at all. And then minimize the summary. No one wants to read like lengthy stuff, but others work history, that's quite clear. Though as you can see, it's a lot more better visually, the previous two, than this one. This is okay, got to it. And education. Then number 5, this is quite similar to the, I think the third one in terms of alignment. This is quite good, but I just, no, don't put your picture. Just do not do that. Okay, this is also another way of doing it. Still keep the formats. Titles should look the same, be in the same color. Descriptions should, you see how key responsibilities and key achievements. So you can separate it like that. It's a way of, also if the person wants to read more, what were you doing? What did you achieve? That's a way of putting them there. Core skills, yeah, you can put them. I'm not against it, but if you're limited in space and want to keep your CV to 2 pages or 1 page, you can try to insert them in your responsibilities somewhere. It's nice, clean, concise. Okay, the summary should be shorter, as I've mentioned. Here you see you keep your information as minimal as possible in terms of space take up. Work experience, everything's clear. I'll put work experience before education. And also with work experience, just like your LinkedIn, maybe another video I'll go through LinkedIn, try to not put work experience that is not relevant for the job you're applying. If you're applying for an IT job, don't put your waitressing part-time jobs on the CV. They don't really care about that. Try to put only jobs that are aligned to what you're applying to. Now this, I would not put part-time dishwasher. No, don't put all of that. Then references. Okay, so this camera cut down, so I don't know how much it recorded, but I was just signing out and saying I've given a couple of tips, try to apply it. I got this video idea from someone who sent me their CV yesterday to give them some feedback, and I noticed some things that I thought were good or necessary to share with other people. For example, things like don't put your marital status, don't put your date of birth, don't put your like even location. Try to mainly put location when you're in an area. It helps you so that the person does not discard your CV just because you're not in their location. They don't want to deal with relocation costs. But if you go further in the interview and the person's like, okay, we really like you, where you're located, can you move? And that can be a discussion for later. Right now you want the person to hiring you to focus on only what you can offer at that point. Anyway guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this video and found it useful. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, share it with anyone who could find it useful, subscribe for more videos. Please subscribe, it helps me out so much. Please get people to subscribe to my channel. Yeah, that is it for me for now. Peace.